Here's another build for my client, Sir Architect John Dave Libiran. It's a second build for him. So we'll be using a Ryzen 9 7950X 3D and the an Asus X670E motherboard, and then an NZXT case, and along with a EK Quantum Velocity 2 and the pump and rest combo from EK Quantum Kinetic 240mm D5 combo. Okay, so the client wanted this one to be used, but at first he wanted the 360mm, the bigger version of this one, but we agreed on just using a 240 because we might have issues on the on fitting it, because it's until here and on the bottom, and there are radiators on top and bottom, so we might have a fitment issue. So yeah, we decided just to go for the 240mm, so it would have an easy fix, and I could put pass-throughs, or just put an acrylic here and put some pass-through fittings to connect the two radiators on the top and bottom side. And then he also wanted the we've not talked about it, but he wanted a little bit of gold theme on the build, so I ordered him a black and gold EK Quantum Velocity CPU block. Okay. So I'll be removing this and putting some acrylic, and planning where to position this reservoir. Okay, and then I'll update you guys later. Now I finished cutting the acrylic and now mounted it on the radiator mounts here, and also fitted the reservoir D5. Okay, here's the motor. I removed it. So now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna mark this part, okay, so that the pump and the aluminum bracket could be installed. And then after that, I'll be mounting the pass-through fittings from the flow indicator and the inlet on the radiator on top, and then the pass-through going to the acrylic. Okay, so the acrylic backplate is installed and mounted along with the reservoir. So here on the back, as you can see, okay, and I am now doing the first first tube layout for the build. So simple tip or trick that I do before mounting everything is, for example, here I've I finished bending the tube. As you can see, it's a two bend. Okay, so after I cut everything, I mount it but not fixed already. So this is not yet properly cut for this length. I need to still cut it for around 8 millimeters. Okay, so what I do is I put some foams or some boxes so that I could see early if this is gonna be squared. So you have to mount it. Find some boxes that will, anything that would level this tube, and then put a square on it. Also on the other side. So this is already squared. Okay, and then after that, if you know the tubes are squared, and then that's the time you would mark the tube where you need to cut it. Okay, like for example this one. This is where I need to cut that. So doing this gives you a precise location where to mark and to cut. Okay. So another tip, for example, like here for instance, if I had made the mistake on the bending. Okay, so it's off by 2.35 millimeters going on that tube. It's off 2.35 millimeters. Okay, so to fix that, it's either you do rebend this bend so that it would extend to the left to be here with the compression fitting. Okay, or what I'm gonna do is use a offset fitting. Okay, so this helps a lot when you have this kind of situation. Okay, because this is an offset fitting, you could push this, rotate it going to the left. Okay, a little bit more. Okay, so as I did that, this tube pushed on the left side so that it will be flush with the compression fitting on the back. Okay, so that's a simple trick. You do it. It's up to you if you're gonna do a rebend this one or you're gonna keep this one. The only reason I use this in the first place is I wanted the tube to be much lower. Okay, because this I had to mount the reservoir. I had to mount a little bit higher so that there is gonna be space for the pass-through fitting so that this would align together. So, and because of that, the reservoir is much higher than I wanted to. So I used a offset fitting so that the tube would a little bit go a little bit down or where I would wanted it. So now it's aligned. So it's up to you guys. That's simple tip. For example, you have this kind of situation on your projects or builds.